We are back again. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, Workout by AC. Today we're gonna start, of course, with a warm-up, and then we are gonna bring a set of dumbbells, an exercise bag, good shoes, and water. Today we have 4 different blocks. We're gonna start with a 30 seconds, for example, of a pulse exercise, the set, the sprinting interval training, where we're gonna do a jump squat in and out. Then we're gonna move around for 1 minute, and we're gonna do 1 minute of a shoulder press up. We're gonna repeat that twice, and then we're gonna move on for the same setup with 3 new blocks with 2 new different exercises in each block. Don't worry, maybe you already tried the setups, all depending on how I upload the videos here, but anyways, you are gonna focus on pushing it all hard and on your intensity for the 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do that recovery, not doing much, and then we have a strength exercise for 1 minute and doing those exercises twice. So you're gonna end up with 8 different kind of sit, sprinting interval trainings today with the active recovery. So go and get your equipment. We're gonna do the warm-up, do the workout itself, where I'm just gonna bring you all the way through, and then we're gonna end it up with a stretch, bringing you to the best shape ever. So come on and join me. Yes, let's start out by pushing ourselves in front of us. So doing a rotation, just a little bit of extension in our lower back. So turning and pushing forward. And we're gonna do that for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 into center, 1 to the side. Stretching out, waking up our body. Maybe you've been sitting, maybe you just woke up, just making sure that we are ready to do the workout. So pushing it, engaging your core, of course your pelvic floor, and move from side to side. And we're gonna do that 2 more on each, pushing it up, shoulders back, up again, 1 more on each, and we're gonna turn to our right side, and we're gonna lift it up and bring it back here. So straightening up, heel, and bring that back leg up and tapping in for a heel. So squeezing shoulders back, even though we're lifting our arms. We're gonna do that for 4, bring it down, 3, squeezing, 2, and 1. And we're gonna come in for some circles before we take the opposite side. So bring it in front of you and bouncing in your legs, so you make it just a little bit more smooth. Going to the opposite side, heel, and bring that leg up. Inhaling, squeezing, up we go. Yes, for 8, no hyperextension in your lower back. Bring it up and down for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 more. Here we go. Tapping forward with your right leg. Bend it back again. Arms are bouncing forward and back. Keep moving here for 4 and 3, 2, and change to the opposite side for 8. Just a slight bend in your knees. Bring it forward and back again for another 4 and 3, 2, and right leg back. Going in for a lunges to a knee up, opposite leg. So bring it up. Even though you're leaning a bit forward, you still have that good, nice engagement in your core. So no flexion in your lower back. Up we go. Inhale, getting affected on our breathing, not too much. And 1 more on each side, and 1 final one into center, doing a rounded position, and open up again. So engaging your core, and exhale, rounded here. Let's go for final, let's say 4 here. Squeezing a little bit of activation in your glute, bring it in, and 2 more. Squeezing and back again, hands on top of shoulders. Just do a little bit of nice of a turn. I like to warm up my spine, not being that stiff in my lower back. Fortunately, I'm very happy to be able to say that in my age, I don't have any back issues, but maybe that's because I work out on a regular basis. I don't know, But one thing I know as a physiotherapist is that movement is the way to go for our body. Even though our lazy kind of mind tries to convince us just to lie down on the couch, we want to resist it and we want to bring ourselves into pushing some energy by movements. Yes, here we go. You got your dumbbells, you got your exercise mat, you got some good shoes, you got water, and the only thing you gotta concentrate about now is that we're gonna do 30 seconds of a jump squat in and out. So you're gonna bring it out here and you're gonna push it as hard as you can. Focus on that intensity. I know you've been here before, you heard me say it many times, but it is so important that you're not just slacking in. We wanna push it because we have the 30 seconds and we have the recovery period right after for 1 minute, totally recovery, where we're just gonna walk around, and then we're gonna go for 1 minute of a shoulder press up, all depending on your fitness level and the weight of your dumbbell. My dumbbell is 15 pounds or 7 kilos for reference. You wanna go either single arm or both arms. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna settle in for that jump squat in and out, and I will push you and help on you so you get all the way through. A countdown for 10 seconds as always. 30 seconds jump squat in and out, recovery right after, engaging, and 3, 2, and pushing your buttocks back. Here we go. 30 seconds, all in the best you can. If this is not possible, you can jump from one side to the opposite, or you can do a totally body extension where you're pushing your arms a bit more up and down. You can always affect your breathing, how you work when you push your arms above shoulder level. Keep it moving because you only have 10 seconds left. Inhale, chin is in, chest is up, you know the drill. 5, 4, 3, 2, and recovery. Walk around for 1 minute. And if you feel that 1 minute is way too long, then you want to work even harder on your second round of the sit, the sprinting interval. So when almost 1 minute has been completed here, I'm going to guide you in to grab your dumbbells and do a shoulder press up, either both arms at the same time, or maybe you want to go single arm, all depending on, yes, your dumbbells, and you want to focus on the recovery. But of course, we are going to do a lower body focused sit, sprint again with the jump squat in and out, and then we can recover in our lower body doing that shoulder press up. So go and grab your dumbbells and up above shoulder level, and we're gonna go with the shoulder press up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're either gonna go with 2 arms up, or you can of course go with 1 single arm, whatever is the best for you. If you have an issue going up above shoulder level, you can go underneath and you can do a shoulder work here, bring that arm up instead. So find your way. I'm gonna take approximately 5-10 seconds from you here in this working part, because we want to get the dumbbells out to the side so we are ready for the second round of the jump squat in and out. So chin is in, pushing it because it's not going to be a full minute this round here. Yes, bring it up, engaging your core, your pelvic floor, squeezing a bit in your glute area. If you need to settle down with the dumbbells a little bit before, then you're going to do that. Anyways, we're going to put them out to the side. 5 seconds for the jump squat in and out. Second round, 3, 2, and 1. Second round of the jump squat in and out, pushing it hard. Bring those arms back, and you're gonna go because you know you have the recovery right after. I want to be able to hear you because you're pushing yourself, and maybe you want to feel like you're hitting me because I'm yelling into your face, but I'm doing this to motivate you. You only have 8 seconds left. I know you can do it. All starts in your mind. 3 and 2 and 1, and walk it around. Beautiful. So by now you have cleared the first round out of the 4 in all for the sit. So you're just gonna walk around for that 1 minute. 1 minute of a shoulder press up, a water break, and then we continue with block number 2 out of 4. So just walk it around, shake it out, As you recover in your lower body, we're gonna do the shoulder press up in just a few. 20 seconds before we're gonna grab those dumbbells. Working our upper body is a great way to stimulate, to work, to strength work in that recovery period. So let's go and grab our dumbbells and get settled in for that good position. Hands above shoulder, and 3, 2, and shoulder press up. Final round for this one. You know you have the water break right after, and I will show you the next 2 exercises for block number 2. A little bit of a squeeze slowly down, or you can go single arm, or you can do that alternative as I showed you just before, if that is better for you. Always listen to yourself. I'm here out and guiding you, and I don't know exactly who's behind the screen, even though some of you are very sweet and nice to communicate me on a regular basis. I love that. Pushing it up and back again. It's great to know there's real people out there getting along with me. Squeezing, pressing up. Final round. We're not going to do it for 3 rounds. We're going to do it for 2 rounds. Usually I always do 3 rounds or 4 rounds. So today we're challenging a little bit more with an extra exercise. Yes. Get some water. And while you do that, I'm going to put the timer to start again. Here we are, and I'm going to show you the next 2 exercises. So the next 2, one is going to be star jacks. You're going to point your thumbs up. Been here before, you met star jacks before. We're going to jump up here and bring it down again. And it is important that you don't go with your arms here, but a little bit in front of you to save off your shoulders. If this is too much, you can go with an ordinary jack, so you can even put a heel in for some modification. That's going to be the sprinting, the sit part, and then we're going to do some rows. So you're going to bring your dumbbells for that 1 minute active recovery here. We're going to go here for 1 minute with our dumbbells and repeating it twice, and then you are halfway. Enough talking. Let's go. Ready to go with that star jacks for 30 seconds. Countdown for 10 seconds. Thumbs are pointing up, buttocks is pushed back, or you can do the ordinary jacks. Find your way. 3, 2, and 1. So in close packed feet, lifting arms up and bring it back down again. So you don't go as deep as you did in the jump squat. You are just gonna go slightly down here before you bring it up again. Inhale and exhale. You're gonna move for another 15 seconds, and you do know you have the recovery period right after, so keep pushing it so you get shorter breath, kicking yourself out of that comfort zone. 4, 3, 2, and break. Move it around. So this is where you're gonna walk around for 1 minute, and then we're gonna do the row with our dumbbells. All together twice. And then you're halfway. So keep up with the great attitude. Keep smiling in between the beating heart. You know you do this because you want to be healthy, you want to be strong, and you want to be a lean burning machine, going from a small little size car. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I drive one myself, but you want to be burning like a Porsche instead of a slow car. So keep it moving. In 10 seconds we're going to grab our dumbbells. Maybe you want to do it before, depending on how you feel, but you do need to have a bit of a recovery period, or else you push your intensity a bit more. Dumbbells up, and we're going to go for the row. So bring it back and front. Not a complete minute, because you need to have time to put those dumbbells down, so you can do the full 30 seconds of the sprint. So squeezing and bring it back again. Up for a good position, retraction between your shoulder blades. Get up with that chest nice and proud. Yes, chin is in, good alignment here. Loosening up in your knees. Inhale and exhale. Almost there. Now you're gonna bring your dumbbells out to the side. You're gonna go and be ready for the start jack second round. 4, 3, 2, and come on. Bring it up, you can do it. Pushing it or do the ordinary jacks, all depending on where you are, because if you did the most in your jump squat, maybe you need a little bit more settling down, but it should be able to do it all depending on your fitness level. 15 seconds to do approximately 8 sit. So put that recovery in between. 10 seconds, inhale and exhale. Bring it up, do it the best possible you. 4, 3, 2, and walk it out. One more row, and that for a full minute. A water break, and then one more. No, sorry, actually 2 more. We're gonna go for all 4 blocks. We are right now here in our second block. Yep, don't want to end the party before time. We just want to walk it around here. So all about feeling it in your chest. Do I get short of breath, or am I having a hard time doing that? Maybe you just want to go in and sprint for the first 20 seconds and then ease off a little bit right after. And we are gonna walk to get our dumbbells in here for a second round of row. Let's go, squeezing and bring it down. Chin is in. And you have a good engagement in your core. And you got your full minute here. Back again. And if you just added resistance, maybe you want to go for like 8 or 10 repetitions, then take a break, and maybe that's enough for you. 20 seconds left if you go by time. Inhale, exhale. 7 seconds. And here we are, dumbbell to the side. Get water. Going for the third block. Boom, boom. Getting closer, actually halfway now. So now we're gonna do going for a mountain climber cross under, and we're gonna combine it with some Russian twist. So we're going in here, opposite leg to opposite elbow, and then we're gonna bring a dumbbell and we're gonna lean back, and we're gonna do that for that 1 minute. Right after, of course, the recovery period for that 1 minute where we're just gonna walk around. So get ready, you got your water, and you're just gonna focus right now on the cross under mountain climber. You have the 10 seconds countdown. Weight up on your arms, engaging your core, nose pointing down. 30 seconds, 3, 2, and cross it under. Engaging your ab and your core area at the same time that you get short of breath. You know you're only gonna work for 30 seconds. I know 30 seconds can be a long time when you do push yourself as hard as possible, but I know you can do it. You're gonna inhale, you're gonna exhale. Think about it this way. Inhaling new energy, exhaling, pushing out the worn out. 10 more seconds, crossing it under. You have a recovery period right after this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and walk it around. Yes. So I must admit, there's always a big portion of the mental mindset in this, because it gives you a little bit of a lazy workout if you don't push yourself the hardest possible in those 30 seconds. Then 2 minutes of recovery will be far too long. But again, you are in different stage of your fitness journey. You are just trying to do the best possible with the focus on the intensity. Walk around for another 20 seconds before we're gonna go in for the strength exercise, which is gonna be a Russian twist. So just a little bit easy in here. Get settled in for the Russian twist. Leaning back, engaging your core. And now we're gonna go from one side to the opposite. Let's go for 1 minute here. Twisting, so you did the cross, keep going. You did the cross under at the pulse exercise, the sit part. And now you're gonna continue working with those oblique muscle here in that Russian twist. One side to the opposite side, leaning back. And I will let you have time to get that dumbbell to the side and get ready for the second round of the mountain climber cross under. Squeezing. Keep moving and feel it in your ab area. Maybe you need a little bit more longer recovery before you hit it off for the second round of the mountain climb. But anyways, put your dumbbell out to the side. Get ready up on your arms doing the second round of the mountain climber cross under. 3, 2, and 30 seconds. Push it in here. Weight up on your arms. Twisting and motivating yourself by just repeating, I can do this, I can, I will, I have to, I will be so excited when I'm done. Besides that, you know you're producing a lot of endorphins, a lot of happiness transmitters in your body when you're exercising. So pushing it here for 5 seconds. Usually you're always happier. Yes, have a break. Usually you are happier after a workout than before a workout. That's just how it works. Just like you are gonna move around to make your own production of your happiness. So maybe you are sitting down, maybe you're moving around. Anyways, we are ready to go with the Russian twist when time is up. This is the second and final round of the Russian twist. 25 seconds before we are gonna hit it off, and then we have another block with 2 new exercises and then the stretching. So you are very, very close. 10 seconds. So this workout is approximately 30 minutes, including warm-up and stretching. Leaning back. 3, 2, and go for the Russian twist. Squeezing one side to the opposite side. You can always easing off a bit, putting your, of course you can leave your dumbbell down, but you can also leave your heels down and do the rotation. Sometimes I see people like doing this. It doesn't give you that much work in your oblique muscle. So rather go full range of motion and leave the dumbbell, or maybe leave your feet down. Lifted feet, of course, engage to your full ab and core area. You have 25 seconds here, and you do know you have a water break right after. So keep moving. And 10 seconds, equal amount on each side. Yes, 4, 3, and break. You want to go and get water? Yes, and then we have the final one. So just, yes, get some water. Think about it as energy flushing through your body. Here we are. So the final sit and strength exercise is gonna be a frog thruster for the 30 seconds. Straight arms, you're gonna pull your feet forward and back. Sometimes I meet people that don't like hanging with their head down. You can pick one of the other one. You can pick a favorite exercise, just as long as you promise me and yourself, of course, most important, that you get short of breath. And the second exercise is gonna be a glute bridge, lying on our back, lifting up our hip area, working on our glute muscles. So you're gonna do some core focus on the frog thruster and do the glute bridge. That's what I always focus about as a physiotherapist, that we are doing the variation and we are affecting on different ways. So we don't want to do like 10 exercises on our shoulder belts. We just worn ourselves out and get tired instead of getting the progress. We're just wearing down instead. What you're just gonna keep in mind now is you're gonna do 30 seconds of the frog thruster. If that's not working for you, you gotta pick something else. So 10 seconds countdown, final 2 rounds of the sit. So 5, 4, jumping forward, bended knees, let's go. So forward and back, engaging with your ab muscle, pushing it forward, and you can always go up and do some high knees, some jogging, some twisting, just something, yes, for your own health sake. So keep it moving, inhale and exhale. You only have 10 seconds left. Pushing it forward, pushing it back, inhale and exhaling. You had the recovery. Yes, I know you're not dementia, but I just will repeat it, break. So maybe you want to come back up and walk it around just for maybe like 10 or 20 seconds. Then you can lie down on your back, getting ready for that glute bridge. So that's what the next exercise is gonna be. And of course, I will give you time to get the dumbbells out on your way to do the final sit. We want to keep those 30 seconds. So maybe you want to lie down and you just want to inhale and exhale. We're gonna, in a few seconds, we're gonna put the dumbbells up on top of our hip, and we're gonna move up and try to engage with your pelvic floor as well. So slowly getting settled in for that minute. You can always start a few seconds before, then you get the full minute. And we are just gonna bring it up, squeezing and slowly back down again. It's kind of important that you just relax in your upper body right now. Relax in your arms, relax in your shoulder belt, your neck, because right after this one, we're gonna turn around and you're gonna do one final frog thruster, which of course require you to have your weight on your arms and shoulder belt. And of course you can do something else if that is working better. Whatever it takes to keep that pulse up. And of course it's always good to do different kind of variations. So try to look at exercise. Is it just different or is it uncomfortable? Yes, 15 seconds or so before we're gonna put the dumbbell out to the side. Maybe I will give you a little bit more. I think I will, one more repetition up with that hip area. Put the dumbbells out to the side. You have 8 seconds left for the final sit. The frog thruster, forward and back, 3, 2, and 1, and let's go. Forward, feet back again, or do something else that works for you. So pushing it, this is your very final set for today's workout. You're gonna inhale new energy. You're gonna exhale and you're gonna keep it moving because you only have 12 seconds left. Inhaling and exhaling. Yes, you can do it. You only have 7 seconds left. Keep it moving for the 4, for the 3, for the 2, and here we are. Move around. Or maybe you wanna lie down, or maybe you wanna grab water. And we're just gonna slowly settle in for that final glute bridge. Love water. So the final strength exercise, and try to combine it with some pelvic floor work as well. It's kind of annoying if you can do high knees, but your lung capacity is working well, your muscle are working well, but your pelvic floor is just leaving you behind. So you might as well combine that into some of the other exercises here. So maybe you wanna slowly start up doing the glute bridge, or maybe you just wanna require your final seconds. Anyways, we're gonna go in 4, 3, 2, and up we go here for that full minute. Doing the stretch right after, and you complete it. Up we go, a little bit of extension on the way down. Relax your upper body. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep moving, relax your upper body. Yes, feel your way, no hyperextension in your lower back, just up and get that squeeze in glutes and pelvic floor. We have 15 seconds left. EVIA, and go up and come back down again. I will spare you from me singing. 5 seconds. And here we are. Beautiful. Dumbbells out to the side. Oopsie poopsie. Here we are. Timer to a stop. Yes. And you're gonna put your right leg down, your left leg on top, and you're gonna continue just doing a stretch in your glute area. So bring it up, feel that good stretch in your left glute, and pulling up your right knee. Make sure you have some slightly bended elbows so you're not lying all tight up in your neck area. Easing off, getting everything within approximately 30 minutes. Everybody can fit 30 minutes into a busy daily life. We need to. And opposite leg. And feel it in your glute. Relaxing. Chin towards your chest so you're not pushing your head back. Just lie here in a relaxed position. And if you want extra stretching, you can always go and have a look at my channel. You can look for the stretching part. You're gonna bring your feet up and out to the side, and you can find some 5 and 10 minutes and longer. You can always, of course, combine a session like this with like a connecting tissue workout if you want to have a little bit more, maybe a 10 minutes of a stretch. Up for a sitting position, leaning forward, chin is in. Get a nice stretch in your calf muscle by pointing your toes up, in your hamstring muscle, leaning forward. Inhale, coming up, and exhaling, coming further down again. Yes, hands behind here, and lifting your chest up, shoulders down. And you can, of course, combine it with some of your favorite stretching. So thank you so much. I try to keep it within a certain time frame. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. Hope you can feel it, and maybe you want to come back and do it and feel the progress. As I always said, it doesn't get easier physically because you want to keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, but it usually gets better and easier mentally just getting out of that comfort zone. Thank you for joining me. Hit the subscribe button, give it a like, put a comment, share with somebody you love, and until I see you next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay strong, take good care. Bye.